Did Giants fans just cash in a lottery ticket with Jaxson Dart? After starting the season 0-3, they just beat the undefeated San Diego Chargers.
Jaxson, first NFL start, first NFL win. I know you've dreamt of this moment for a long time. How did it compare to what you imagined?
Yeah, it was definitely a special ending for just the start of the journey, but it wasn't clean, wasn't easy. Our defense played awesome.
With Russell Wilson at the helm, they were 0-3. And let's be honest, he played like a guy still daydreaming about Denver brunch spots. New York finally got what they've been begging for, a fresh start. Jaxson Dart, the rookie quarterback with a cannon for an arm and a name that already sounds like he belongs in Marvel's next Avengers lineup, stepped onto the field and delivered exactly what the city needed. He didn't just play, he electrified. 2 touchdowns, no turnovers, and a rhythm with the offense that Giants fans haven't seen in years. And when he celebrated that second touchdown, busting out a dance that looked like a mashup of the gritty, the moonwalk, and something he probably stole from TikTok, MetLife Stadium absolutely erupted. He even threw in a fake mic drop like he was auditioning for Broadway. After a chest bump with his left tackle that almost knocked the guy over, it felt like Nick's playoff energy transplanted onto the football field. That flash, that flair, it wasn't just points on the board, it was personality injected back into the franchise. After the final whistle, seeing Dart hugging his head coach like they just stormed Normandy, that was passion, that was buy-in, and that was the signal of a new era. Let's take a look at where Dart came from and just how far he might go in this league. Before he became the toast of the Meadowlands, Jaxson Dart was carving up defenses at Ole Miss. His college career was a highlight reel of both grit and creativity, earning him a reputation as one of the SEC's most dangerous dual-threat quarterbacks.
I'm just going to lay everything I have on the line. That's just the way that I play the game. When I step in between those lines, nothing else in the world matters to me except doing everything that I can to win it.
Take his 2023 season. Dart threw for over 3,300 yards and 23 touchdowns, while adding nearly 400 rushing yards and 8 more scores on the ground. But it wasn't just the numbers, it was the moments. One signature game came against LSU, where Dart led the Rebels to a wild 55-49 victory. He threw for over 390 yards, ran for 50 more, and capped it off with a perfectly placed strike in the final 2 minutes to secure the win. It was the kind of put-the-team-on-my-back performance that NFL scouts drool over. Another unforgettable play came in the Egg Bowl against Mississippi State. With the pocket collapsing, Dart slipped out like Houdini, scrambled to his left, and fired a 40-yard dart, pun intended, across his body for a touchdown. Plays like that cemented his status as a gamer, a guy who thrives when the lights are brightest. Of course, before Dart could shine, he had to wait his turn. Drafted by the Giants, Dart spent training camp in the first 3 games of the season backing up veteran Russell Wilson. And while Russ's time as QB1 in New York didn't exactly set the world on fire, it gave Dart a front row seat to the speed and complexity of NFL defenses. Dart spoke about the stretch with humility, saying, "Watching Russ prepare, watching how he tried to get timing with the guys, I took notes every day. Even if things weren't clicking on the field, I learned how detailed you got to be at this level." He also added with a grin, "Plus, I learned how not to hold on to the ball too long. Sack numbers don't lie." It wasn't glamorous, but it was necessary. Those weeks taught Dart patience and perspective, and they gave him time to build trust with the locker room before he ever took a live snap. When his name was finally called, the team was ready to rally around him. Fast forward to now, Dart's first real action as QB1 for the New York Giants. And he's wasted no time showing that he belongs. Through his first start, he completed 65% of his passes, threw for 245 yards and 2 touchdowns, and didn't cough up the ball once. That's the kind of clean efficiency New York hasn't had under center in years. Analysts are already buzzing. ESPN's Dan Orlovsky said, "What I love about Jaxson Dart is that he doesn't look overwhelmed. He processes fast, he trusts his arm, and he's already got the locker room believing." Meanwhile, Mina Kimes added, "The Giants have been desperate for a quarterback with swagger. Dart gives them not just competence but charisma. He's the kind of guy you can ignite a franchise around." And over on NFL Network, David Carr said flat out, "If he keeps this up, we're talking about the best rookie QB in the NFC, hands down." It's not just the talking heads either. Giants players have raved about his energy. One lineman told reporters, "He celebrates with us after touchdowns like he's one of the big guys." That kind of stuff matters. And let's be honest, seeing a quarterback hit the gritty with the O-line, then throw up a Statue of Liberty pose in the end zone, that's how you win hearts in New York. As for the team's outlook, after starting 0-3, Dart's debut breathed life into the locker room. With the NFC East looking wide open behind the Eagles, the Giants suddenly feel like they've got a fighting chance. And long term, if Dart keeps flashing this kind of poise and personality, you're looking at a quarterback who could define New York football for the next decade. So yes, it's just one game, but sometimes one game is enough to change everything. And for Giants fans, it feels like Jaxson Dart might be the answer they've been waiting for.